Okay, hi, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and a very good morning to everyone. So, welcome back to our class. Okay, so for today, we're going to continue our lesson from last week. Okay, so for today's learning standard, okay, so what you will learn today is, okay, the first learning standard is explain the meaning of roots of quadratic equation. Okay, if you read over here, okay, the roots of quadratic equation ax squared plus bx plus c is equals to 0 are the values of the variables x which satisfy the equation. Okay, do you know how the roots of quadratic equation are determined? Okay, the first one, there are one or two values of the variables that satisfy a quadratic equation. The values of the variable that satisfy a quadratic equation are known as the roots of the quadratic equation. Okay, so you take a look at this box, okay? If you have a is more than 0, so you know that you have a minimum graph quadratic. Okay, ataupun yang kita belajar last week, graph senyum. Okay, kalau kita ada a is less than 0, so you have a maximum graph. Okay, ataupun graph yang sedih ataupun masam. Okay, if you take a closer look at this picture, okay, so nampak tak yang garis merah ni? Okay, it cross our x-axis at 2 points. Okay, so actually these two things is what we call root. Okay, same with this one. So it cross at 2 points. So this is what we call roots. Okay, so please remember that it mentioned here there are one or two values. So we have one or two values of the variables that satisfy a quadratic equation. Okay, so take a look at example 5. Okay, so for a graph of quadratic equation below, mark and state the root of the given quadratic equation. Okay, so this is our quadratic equation. So this is the graph. We know that the roots, okay, the roots are actually something that cross the x-axis. So if you have a look over here, okay, so this is the first roots and this is the second roots. Okay, so what is the value of these roots? Okay, so the first root, okay, so x is equals to negative 4, and the second root is, it's actually 1.5. Okay, so x is equals to 1.5. Okay, so these are the two roots for this quadratic equation. Okay, it's just simply the value of the intersection of the quadratic equation itself, the curve and the x-axis. Okay, so mana-mana yang bersilang pada garis graf ini dengan x-axis kita, so itu adalah roots. Okay, so the second graph, graph yang kedua, okay, di sini kita boleh tengok, okay, it cross or intersect at 2 points which are, okay, the first one is x equals to 4 and the second one is x equals to negative 1. Okay, so ini adalah dua roots bagi quadratic equation ini. Sorry, quadratic graph, okay? Okay, now next is example 6, okay? So in this example, okay, determine whether each of the following values is a root of the given quadratic equation. So awak dah ada diberi quadratic equation di sini, then dia bagi two x value. Okay, dia nak awak test sama ada nombor-nombor ini adalah roots ataupun bukan. Okay, so macam mana kita nak tahu adakah nombor-nombor ini adalah roots? Okay, so let's try the first question. So A, okay, the first one when, okay, when x is equals to 1. Kita cuba dulu. Okay, we try the value when x equals to 1. So you just simply substitute the value of 1 into this equation. So what you have is 2 1 square minus 7 times 1 plus 3. Okay, so what will you get? So 2 times 1 is 2 minus 7 plus 3. So you have negative 2. Okay, if you have a look, take a look over here, your answer is negative 2. But over here, it mentioned that your values must be equals to 0. So if this is not equals to 0, so it means that, okay, x equals to 1 is not a root for this quadratic equation. Okay, so let's try the second value. So the second value is 3. So substitute in when x equals to 3. So what you get, so 2 times 3 square minus 7 times 3 plus 3. So what you get, 3 square is 9. 9 times 2 is 18 minus 21 plus 3. Okay, so 18 minus 21 plus 3, when you press your calculator, and your answer is 0. So it means it's the same like the question. So what can we conclude? That x equals to 3 is a root of the quadratic equation. Okay, so let's try the next example. Okay, we have 3x squared minus 7x plus 5 equals to 3. Okay, so it means when you substitute any of these two values, when it equals to 3, so it is the root of the equation. If not, it is not the roots. Okay, so we try to substitute. So when x equals to 1, okay, so you have 3, 1 square minus 7, 1 plus 5. Okay, so 3 times 1 is 3 minus 7 plus 5. Okay, so your answer is 1. Okay, so what can we say about x equals to 1? Okay, so x equals to 1 is not a root of this equation. Okay, so let's try the second value. So when x equals to 1 over 3. Okay, so 3, 1 over 3 square minus 7, 1 over 3 plus 5. Okay, so 1 over 3 square is 1 over 9 times 3 is 1 over 3 minus 7 over 3 plus 5. Okay, so you press your calculator and your answer is 3. Okay, so what can we conclude? Okay, thus x equals to 1 over 3 is a root of this equation. Okay, so it's quite simple. Okay, awak just masukkan nombor yang diberi ke dalam equation ini. Jika jawapan dia sama dengan jawapan yang diberi dalam soalan ni, for example this one is 3, so itu adalah roots of the quadratic equation. Okay, okay, so this is your first assignment for this week. Okay, so I want you to try number 2. Okay, cuba buat. Okay, mudah sahaja, just substitute in the values. Okay, then 3 and 4. Okay. Okay, so I hope my explanation is okay to you. You understand my explanation so far. So good. Okay. So let's continue with the next learning standard. So the next one is determine the roots of quadratic equation by factorization method. Okay, so from the previous learning standard, you determine the roots, okay, by you look at the graph, okay, if the this one, okay, if what we call it, if the intersecting point, okay, so it is the roots of the equation. And then this one, if you substitute in the equation and if you get the same value as stated in the quadratic equation, so it is the root of that quadratic equation. Okay, so next method is by using factorization method. Okay, so actually, I think we have learned this one during Form 2. Okay, so I hope you still remember and try to recall it back. Okay. Okay, look at the first example. Determine the roots of the following quadratic equation by factorization method. Okay. Okay. So I'm going to recall back what you have learned in Form 2. Okay, let's try the first example. So you have x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals to 0. So what you need to do is, okay, so write it down like this. So you have x squared and then plus 6 minus 5x. Here is your A, this is your C, and this is your B. Okay, and then draw a box like this. Okay. Like this. Okay. Okay, and then let's do it one by one. Okay. So, what combination of number, if you multiply, you get x square. Apa nombor yang awak darab akan dapat x kuasa 2. So, maksud dia, x darab x. Okay, next. Tengok sini, 6. Okay, what, abaikan dulu positif tu Tengok nombor dia saja dulu, 6. Okay, what is the combination of number? Awak darab dapat 6. Okay, so kita ada 3 times 2, 6 times 1. Okay, so next tengok sini, we have 5. Abaikan dulu dia punya simbol 5. What is the two number? Kalau awak tambah atau tolak akan dapat 5. So 6 plus 1, 7. 9 minus 1 is 5. 3 minus 2 is 1. 3 plus 2 is 5. Okay, so it means we can use this combination. So 3, 2. Okay, so because depan ni 1, so we can write it mana-mana lah. Okay, 3, 2. Then we cross multiply. Okay, so x times 3 is 3x. X times 2 is 2x. Okay, nice. Okay, then awak tengok di sini kita ada 3x dan 2x. Okay, how can we make these two number become negative 5x? So maksud dia mesti negatif. Okay, hutang RM3, hutang lagi RM2, jadi hutang RM5. Okay, so kalau di sini negatif, so depan sini pun negatif. Kalau sini negatif, depan sini pun negatif. Betul tak? Negatif 3 darab negatif 2 dapatlah positif 6. So it means, okay, this two bracket is our factor. Okay, so apa yang awak buat adalah, so right, okay, salin balik equation. So x squared minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0. So your two factors are x minus 3, x minus 2 equals to 0. Okay, and then samakan dengan kosong. X minus 3 equals to 0. Or x minus 2 equals to 0. So, selesaikan. Okay, so x equals to 3 and x equals to 2. Okay, ingat lagi tak? Okay, this is what you learn in Form 2. Okay. Okay, so kita teruskan ke B. So B, we have x squared plus 7 over 2x equals to 2. Okay, and then, okay, look over here. Kita ada pecahan kan? Okay, kita ada pecahan, so sebaiknya kita hilangkan pecahan. So macam mana nak hilangkan pecahan? Bawah ni over 2, so we need to multiply the whole equation by 2. Okay, in order to musnahkan pecahan itu. Okay, so expand, so we get 2x square plus 7x equals to 4. Okay, remember before we factorize, what we need to do is, okay, tukarkan kepada general form. General form ni biasanya equals to 0 je lah. Okay, so maksud dia this 4 bawa ke sebelah. So 2x square plus 7x minus 4 equals to 0. Okay, so sampai sini cuba simplify dulu. Boleh simplify tak? Can we simplify this equation? No. So this is the simplest form. Okay, kalau dah simplest form, we can factorize. Okay, factorize. Okay, sama. We have 2x square minus 4 plus 7x. Okay. Okay, kita buat dulu cara traditional ni. Okay, so nanti lepas ni saya akan ajar awak cara menekan calculator. Okay. Okay, so di sini 2x square. So what is the combination of numbers? If you multiply, you get 2x square. So biasanya tahulah 2x times x. Okay, so boleh tulis sini 2x. Merah pula, tukar biru lah. Okay, hijau. So 2x times x. Okay, 2x times x is 2x square. Then 4. Okay, abaikan dulu negatif. So apa nombor yang darab akan dapat 4? Okay, so we know that 1, 4. Okay, so sekarang, okay, or 2 times 2. Okay. So sekarang tengok 4, 1 dan 7, 2 dan 7. So of course 2 cannot kan. Okay, 2 ni so tak boleh. So kita boleh pakai 1, 4. Okay, but please be careful. Okay, from the previous example, sini coefficient kita is 1. A is 1. Okay, over here 1. Kalau 1, we can write our combination ikut suka kita lah. Atas bawah dia tak ada effect. Okay, kalau macam ni pula, atas bawah dia ada effect. 2 di sini. So kita kena hati-hati. Okay, so sebagai contoh first trial dulu saya cuba. Kalau 1, 4. Okay, kita try. Kalau 1, 4 boleh tak? So cross multiply. X times 1 is X. 2x times 4 is 8x. Okay, so boleh lah kan. So maksud dia kalau kita ubah ni 4 atas 1 di bawah, so mungkin tak akan dapat kombinasi ini. So awak kena ubahlah kedudukan dia. Okay, okay, so kita tengok sini. Macam mana kita nak buat 8x dan x menjadi 7x positif? So mestilah positif 8 tolak x kan, tolak 1x. Baru dia jadi 7x. So kalau sini tolak, depan sini pun tolak, sini tambah, sini pun tambah. So maksud dia this 2 bracket is your factor. Okay, so rewrite your equation. So kita ada x square plus 7 over 2x equals to 2. So kita tadi buat dia jadi 2x square plus 7x minus 4 equals to 0. So 2x minus 1, x plus 4 is equals to 0. Okay, so samakan kosong dua-dua bracket ni. So we have 2x minus 1 equals to 0 or x plus 4 equals to 0. So bukan pemudahkan, selesaikan. We have 2x equals to 1, x equals to 1 over 2. And over here we have x equals to negative 4. So it means, okay, our roots are x equals to 1 over 2 and x equals to negative 4. Okay, boleh Okay. Now let's try number 3. Okay, nombor 3. Okay, nombor 3 pula. C, sorry. C, we have x over 2 is equals to 5x minus 24 divided by x minus 4. Okay, so dalam matematik, if you come through this situation, fraction equals to fraction, so we cross multiply. Okay, so over here we have x minus 4 equals to 2 5x minus 24. Then you need to expand the expression. So you have x squared minus 4, x equals to 10x minus 24 times 2 is 48. Okay, and then you need to change this form into general form. General form is simply equals to 0. So semua ni kita kena bring to the left. Okay, so we have x squared minus 4x minus 10x plus 48 equals to 0. Next, simplify this middle part. So you have x squared minus 4 minus 10 is minus 14x plus 48 equals to 0. Boleh Kalau saya terlampau cepat, you can pause this video. Okay, no problem. Okay, sama macam yang atas tadi. Okay, so we have x square A, then kita ada C plus 48, then kita ada B negative 14x. Okay, then kita buat rumah macam ni. Okay, same like the previous one. Okay, you have x square. So what is the combination of numbers where you can get x squared? So x, okay, then 48. Okay, 48, okay, what is the two numbers? You get 48, 8 times 6, right? Okay, so 8 times 6, can we, kalau tambah 8 tambah 6 jadi 14, okay. So this is the correct one. So you can write 8, 6, okay, and then cross multiply. So 8x, 6x. Okay, now, okay, you have 8x, 6x. How can you make these two number to become negative 14? So it means you must have negative 8, negative 6. Okay, kalau sini negatif, depan dia pun negatif. Kalau sini negatif, depan dia pun negatif. So these two bracket is your factor. So you have, so x squared minus 14x plus 48 equals to 0. X minus 8, x minus 6 equals to 0. So equate both bracket to 0. Okay, and your answer is x equals to 8, x equals to 6. So these two numbers are your roots of the equation. Okay, so the same thing with D. Okay, you need to expand first these two bracket and expand this the right side, and then you bring forward, so it will become equals to 0, and then you do the same method. Okay, okay, so info for you. Okay, actually to get or to solve the roots of the equation, you have to another method, okay, which are the method of completing the square and by using a formula. Okay, so don't worry, you will learn these two things, okay, in additional maths. Okay, later you can ask your additional maths teacher about these two things. Okay, but actually you will learn these two things in the syllabus of additional maths, so don't worry. Okay, so next, okay, this box, okay, look at this box. Okay, checking answer. Okay, actually steps to solve. Okay, for example, you have x squared minus 5x plus 6. Okay, you can follow this this arahan, okay, one by one. Okay, actually when you follow this, you can get the answer. Okay, so actually there is one method, okay, I'm going to teach you, okay, how to solve by using what we call backward solution. Okay, Okay, by using backward solution, you don't have to go through this hassle over here. Okay, what you need to do is change this expression into general form, and then you press your calculator, you will get your final answer, and then we reverse your solution. So that's why we call it backward solution. Okay, I will show it to you after this. Okay, so this is your self-practice 1.1F. Okay, what I want you to do, just simply try number 1, A, E, I. Okay, and then number 2, A, E, F. Okay? Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to show to you how to use your calculator. Okay, so I'm going to show you my calculator. Okay, sorry, my calculator is a bit old over here. Okay, vintage. Okay, so setakat ni saya boleh tunjuk contoh untuk calculator ini sahaja. Jika awak ada calculator yang lain, saya akan tunjuk kemudian lah. Okay, so untuk calculator ini, okay, so how to solve your quadratic equation. Okay, first, okay, press mode 3 times. Okay, so tekan mode. Okay, mode 3 times 1, 2, 3. Okay, sampai keluar EQN. Okay, EQN stands for equation. Okay, so tekan 1. Okay, 1. So EQN, so keluar unknowns. Okay, so kita tak nak unknowns, kita nak degree. So tekan button ke kanan. Okay, and then keluar degree 2 and 3. So kita tahu quadratic equation degree tertinggi adalah 2. So tekan 2. Okay. Okay, and then it asks for the value of A. Okay, so kita tahu, okay, equation kita tadi adalah x square. Okay, so x square minus 5x plus 6 is equals to 0. So actually our value of A is 1. Depan ni kan ada 1 kan. Okay, next B is negative 5 and C is 6. Okay, so tolong hati-hati. Okay, dengan B tu ada negatif. So bila kita key in dalam calculator, kena key in negatif sekali. Okay, so value of A is 1 sama dengan, okay, then B is negative 5 minus 5 sama dengan, and then C is 6. Okay, 6 sama dengan. Okay, so dia terus keluar jawapan. Okay, so macam mana kita nak buat? Okay, so terus tulis jawapan di bawah sekali. X equals to 3 or, okay, tekan satu lagi. Sekali lagi. Okay, so X equals to 2. Okay, boleh So macam mana kita nak buat sekarang? Backward solution. Okay. From ni tadi, okay, so awak undur balik ke atas. So kita ada X. Okay, 2 pindah ke sebelah jadi negatif 2. So X minus 2 equals to 0. Ini pun sama. X minus 3 equals to 0. So maksud dia 2 ini adalah kita punya faktor. So awak kurungkan X tolak 3. X tolak 2 sama dengan 0. Then salin balik kita punya soalan tadi. So kita ada X square minus 5X plus 6 equals to 0. So this is what we call backward solution. Okay, mudah sahaja. Okay, so awak boleh buat untuk semua soalan yang macam ni. Okay, cuma saya nak awak berhati-hati. Okay, sebagai contoh soalan yang kedua, B. Okay, contohlah awak dah tekan calculator, jawapan yang diberi adalah X equals to 0.5 kan. Kalau dalam calculator dia akan keluar 0.5. Awak ubah dalam bentuk pecahan, akan dapat 1/2 or X equals to, satu lagi tadi apa? Negative 4. Okay, so negative 4. So Macam mana kita nak buat backward solution kalau ada nombor pecahan macam ni? Okay, so student selalu buat macam ni. X tolak setengah sama dengan kosong. Tak boleh. Untuk backward solution, syarat dia tak boleh buat macam tu. So, apa yang perlu kita buat? Okay, awak nampak denominator ni 2. So, 2 ni pindahkan ke sebelah dulu. So, you will get 2x. Then baru 1. Tadi kan dah tinggal 1. 1 pindah ke sebelah jadi negatif 1 sama dengan kosong. Okey, ni pula x tambah 4 sama dengan kosong. Then baru kita buat bracket. So bracket 2x minus 1, x plus 4 equals to 0. Then baru kita salin balik soalan dia. Soalan dia tadi apa? Ni kan 2x square plus 7x. 2x square plus 7x minus 4 equals to 0. Okay, so ini adalah cara-cara menggunakan kaedah backward solution. Okay, ingat backward solution kena buat dari bawah ke atas. Okay, tapi hati-hati jika ada situasi yang jawapan dia pecahan seperti ini. Okay. Okay. So, kalau tak ada masalah, kita teruskan ke next learning standard. Okay. So the next learning standard is sketch graph of quadratic function. Okay. Seterusnya kita akan belajar macam mana nak melukis graf. Okay, so please take a look over here. When sketching the graph of a quadratic function, the following characteristics should be shown on the graph. Okay, the first one is the correct shape of the graph. Okay, so senyum ataupun masam. Next, kena nampak y-intercept. And then the third one is x-intercept or one point that passes through the graph. Okay, so jangan risau, saya akan tunjuk one by one. Okay, so actually in sketching the graph, okay, we have two case. Okay, so kita tengok dulu the first case. Okay, case number 1. Okay, where the graph of quadratic function intersect the x-axis. Okay. Okay, the first one, A. Okay, so from the question, okay, we have the function f(x) equals to x squared minus 4x plus 3. Okay, so over here, tengok dia punya value of A. Value of A is actually what? Coefficient of x square. So di sini kita tulis, okay, value of A is equals to 1. Di mana 1 is more than 0. So we know that the shape of the graph is senyum. Okay, and then kita tengok lagi. Value of, apa lagi yang ada? C di sini kan, C is 3. C is 3. So maksud dia y-intercept is equals to 3. Okay, so shape dah ada, y-intercept dah ada. So next kita kena cari x-intercept. So macam mana nak cari x-intercept? Okay, x-intercept happen when, okay, buat dulu sekejap x-intercept happen when fx equals to 0. Okay, so buatlah. Okay, so kita ada x square minus 4x plus 3 is equals to 0. Okay, so yang sini saya nak awak tekan kalkulator. Okay, terus tekan kalkulator guna cara yang saya ajar tadi. Okay, bila tekan kalkulator, kita akan dapat x equals to 1 or x equals to 3. Okay, so backward solution. So x minus 1 equals to 0. X minus 3 equals to 0. So x minus 1, x minus 3 equals to 0. Okay, so kita dah dapat berapa maklumat dah ni. The first one, kita ada shape senyum. and then kita ada y-intercept 3, and then kita ada x-intercept, which are actually the roots, okay, 2 roots. X equals to 1, x equals to 3. Okay, dah ada maklumat-maklumat ini, so kita boleh cuba melukis graf. Okay, so kita ada dua paksi, x-axis and y-axis. So this is your y ataupun fx lah. Okay, and then this is your x. Fx dengan y ni benda yang sama Okay, so we know that the y-intercept is 3, so sini 3. So graf kita senyum. Okay, so kalau graf kita senyum, okay, sekejap, kita lukis dulu. So graf kita senyum dan memotong paksi y dan paksi x. Okay, so kita lukislah contoh. Okay, boleh so lepas lukis bentuk dia, baru kita labelkan graf. So di sini adalah 3. Okay, y-intercept. So di sini adalah our roots 1 and 3. Okay, nampak macam ni, full marks lah. Okay, yang penting saya nampak awak punya y-intercept, dia punya roots dan shape of the graph kena betul. Okay. Okay, so kita teruskan ke next question. Okay, B. So B kita ada fx equals to x square minus 6x plus 9. So sama juga, okay, kita identify one by one. Okay, so value of A dulu. Value of A equals to 1. So 1 is more than 0. So shape of the graph is senyum. Okay. Then kita tengok C. Value of C, okay, ini 9. 9. Okay, so 9 is actually y-intercept. Okay, then kita cari x-intercept. Okay, x-intercept happen when fx equals to 0. Okay, so factorize lah. So kita ada x square minus 6x plus 9 equals to 0. So tekan calculator macam yang saya ajar tadi, guna yang EQN. Okay, so EQN kita akan dapat jawapan x equals to 3. X sama dengan 3. Tekan lagi sekali. Pun sama juga, x sama dengan 3. Tak apa, buat je x sama dengan 3. Because we know that quadratic equation ni dia ada dua punca. Okay, tapi punca tu maybe two different roots or two same roots. Okay, dalam situasi ni kita ada dua punca yang sama. Okay, tak ada masalah. Okay, so backward solution, kita ada x minus 3 equals to 0. X minus 3 equals to 0. So bracket x minus 3, x minus 3 equals to 0. Okay, so cukup tak? Kita check dulu, kita ada shape. Yes, kita ada shape. Next, kita ada y-intercept dan kita ada x-intercept. Cukup lah. Okay, so kita boleh lakarkan graf. Okay, so lakarkan graf. Okay, graf kita senyum. Okay, senyum memotong pada satu point paksi y, tapi paksi x dia nilai yang sama. Okay, so macam mana bentuk dia? Okay, macam ni bentuk dia. Okay, so sketch sampai paksi ni, so satu sahaja. Okay, so it means, okay, ini adalah 9. Okay, ini adalah 3. Okay, so graf kita berbentuk macam ini. Betul tak? Okay, graf A1, so senyum. Y-intercept adalah C, okay, 9, and X roots kita adalah 3. Okay, same roots. Okay, boleh Okay, seterusnya kita tengok contoh C. Okay, C pula macam mana ni? C, alamak. Tengok C. C we have, okay, C kita ada fx. Okay, contohlah saya tukar y benda yang sama je. Okay, for example y. Y equals to negative x square plus 2x plus 15. Okay, kita check one by one. Okay, so value of A. Value of A is equals to negative 1. Negative 1 is less than 0. So shape kita sedih. Itu yang kita kena tahu. Yang penting dia. bentuk dia sedih. Next, kita ada value of C. Value of C is equals to 15. It means that y-intercept is 15. Okay, sekarang macam mana kita nak mencari roots bagi graf yang sedih ni? Okay, so kita tahu roots happen when fx equals to 0 kan. Okay, pertama sekali kita ada negative x square plus 2x plus 15 equals to 0. Okay, tapi untuk mencari roots, okay, mudah untuk kita positifkan semua. Positifkan A kita. So, semua ni kita kena darab dengan negatif 1. Just untuk mencari roots sahaja. Okay, so, darab negatif 1, kita akan dapat x square minus 2x minus 15 equals to 0. Okay, then baru awak tekan kalkulator sama macam tadi. EQN, tekan. Okay, jawapan kalkulator akan bagi x equals to negative 3 or x equals to 5. Okay, jangan lupa backward solution. So you have x plus 3 equals to 0, x minus 5 equals to 0. So kurungkan x plus 3, x minus 5 equals to 0. Okay, so check. Okay, bentuk dah ada, sedih, y-intercept dah ada, 15, roots pun dah ada, negative 3 dan 5. Okay, ingat kalau bentuk sedih nak cari roots, positifkan A dia terlebih dahulu untuk memudahkan kita je sebenarnya. Okay, so okay, lukis paksi. Okay, draw your axis. Okay, so kita ada y-intercept 15. Okay, so kita ada satu negative 3, satu 5. Okay, so negative 3 belah sini lah kan, 5 belah sini. So kita lukis sedih. So di sini adalah negative 3, here is 5, here is 15. Okay, boleh Okay. Next, we have a look at D. Tunjuk jugalah. Okay, D we have fx equals to negative 2x square plus 18. Okay, so kita evaluate one by one. So value of A is negative 2. Negative 2 is less than 0. So our shape is sedih. Okay, and then tengok sini. From this equation, kita tengok A negative 2, C 18, B tak ada kan? So, value of B is actually equals to 0. Okay? So, when B kita sama dengan kosong, so maksud dia axis of symmetry is the y-axis. Okay, next kita cari value of C, 18. So it means y-intercept is 18. Okay, next for the roots. Okay, roots kita ada fx equals to 0. So negative 2x square plus 18 equals to 0. So A kita negatif, so positifkan terlebih dahulu. So 2x square minus 18 equals to 0. Boleh factorize tak? Boleh simplify tak? Boleh kan bahagi 2. So bahagi 2 kita akan ada x square minus 9 equals to 0. Okay, hari tu ingat lagi tak masa kicks? Saya dah ajar macam mana nak factorize kan. Kalau kita ada dua ni adalah perfect square. 1 is perfect square, 9 is perfect square, dan tengah-tengah mesti tolak. So kita factorize macam mana? Buat 2 kurungan equals to kosong, 1 plus 1 minus, dan salin balik. So x3, sebab kita tahu 9 adalah perfect square kan, bagi 3 square dapat 9. So x3. Okay, so we know that our roots is x equals to -3 or x equals to 3. Okay, kalau tak pandai cara ni, tekan kalkulator pun boleh, tak ada masalah. Yang penting saya nampak awak punya graf. Okay, your axis tengah-tengah sebab axis of symmetry di sini kan, y-axis. So fx x, okay. Okay, so over here is -3, over here is 3, and over here is 18. Okay, awak buat cantik-cantik lah graf Okay, so settle for sketching the graph. Okay, so far I think simple saja ni, tak ada yang susah pun. You just follow step by step. Okay. Okay, next case. Case number 2. Okay, case number 2 happen when the graph of a quadratic function does not intersect the x-axis. Okay, so macam mana kita nak buat? Okay, don't worry, be happy. Okay, saya tunjuk awak one by one. Okay, 9A. Okay, so 9A we have fx equals to x square plus 1. Okay, samalah kita investigate. So value of A is equals to 1, which is more than 0. So our graph is senyum. Okay, and then B, ada B tak? Tak ada B. So B equals to 0. It means that Y axis of symmetry is the y-axis. So axis of symmetry is y-axis. Okay, then kita tengok C. C is equals to 1, so y-intercept is equals to 1. Okay. So ini memberi maksud, okay, the minimum point, okay, because dia tak intersect kan. Okay, so minimum point. Okay, thus minimum point of the graph is, okay, kita tahu mestilah 0, 1. Okay, sebab 0 ni dia terletak di atas paksi y. Okay, y ni dia potong lah, C is equals to y. Okay, nanti kita tengok dia punya graph. Okay, next, macam mana kita nak buat lagi? Awak boleh ambil mana-mana point pada graph untuk mudahkan kita melakarkan graph. Okay, for example, saya ambil when x equals to 2, for example. Okay, so kita ada f2 is equals to 2 square plus 1. So 2 square plus 1, 4 plus 1, 5. So ini maksud dia y lah, benda yang sama. Y is equals to 5. Okay, so cuba lakarkan. Okay, so graph dia senyum. Okay, so this is our minimum point. So minimum point, okay, so sini is 1. Okay, so sini is 0 lah, sebab tu koordinat dia 0, 1. Okay, next, okay, kan kita dah pilih mana-mana koordinat ni tadi. Okay, x equals to 2, for example, sini x equals to 2. So when x equals to 2, y equals to 5. Okay, boleh benda ni kita buat sebab dia tidak memotong pada paksi x. Okay. Okay, macam mana kita nak tahu kalau graf kita ni tak memotong paksi x? Macam mana? Okay, Contoh kan, awak boleh tekan kalkulator. Okay, awak tekan kalkulator macam yang kita buat EQN tadi tu. Okay, cuba awak tekan kalkulator. EQN, cuba masukkan A is 1, B is 0 lah, tak ada B kan. And C is 1. Okay, kalau awak tekan kalkulator, awak akan perasan, okay, nilai dia, okay, nanti saya akan masukkan gambar. Okay, nilai dia 1 dan ada I kecil di tepi. So bila ada I kecil di tepi tu, okay, maksud dia graf ini tidak memotong paksi X. Okay, itu saja yang perlu awak tahu untuk setakat ini, level SPM. Bila awak tekan calculator, factorization ada I, okay, itu maksud dia tidak memotong paksi X. Okay. Okay. So number 2B saya nak awak try sendirilah. Okay, solution awak boleh tengok dalam buku teks. Okay. Okay, so your second assignment for today is, okay, number 1 saya nak awak try A dan C. Okay, and then number 2 you try A dan C juga. Okay, boleh? Okay, so let's go to the last subtopic. Okay, so the last learning standard is solve problem involving quadratic equation. Okay, so tadi awak dah belajar macam mana nak sketch. Okay, now we learn how to solve the quadratic equation problem by using quadratic equation. Okay, so baca soalan. Okay, Joseph wants to make the framework of a box in the shape of a cuboid using wooden rods. Okay, the price of the wooden rod is 5 ringgit per meter. The base of the cuboid is square. The height of the cuboid is 30 centimeter more than the length of its base. The total surface area of the box is 4,800 centimeter square. Joseph budget to build the frame of a box is 15 ringgit. Determine whether Joseph has enough budget. Okay. Okay, so apa bentuk dia? Cuboid. Cuboid dengan tapak square. Okay, so kita cuba lakarkan dulu. So the base is, okay, square kan, so each side is X. Okay, and the height is 30 centimeter more than the base, so X plus 30. Okay, so basically this is our framework of the box. Okay, so kita cuba keluarkan dulu what is the information that we have. So the length of the base is X, and then we have the height is equals to X plus 30, and then total surface area we have 4,800 centimeter square, and dia ada budget of RM 15 ringgit. Okay, so dalam sini soalan dia ada bagi total surface area, right? Okay, total surface area is 4,800. So clue dia di sini, awak kena kira total surface area bagi semua cuboid ini. Okay, so tengok, kita ada 2 surface area yang square dan 4 surface area yang rectangle kan. Okay, so how to calculate the surface area? So kita cuba buat, okay, surface area. Okay, ada 2 square kan. Okay, nak cari luas satu square ni is X. Ada 2. So 2X times X. Okay, then plus kita ada 4 sides kan. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 side, segi empat tepat ni, nak cari surface area bagi segi empat tepat adalah panjang darab lebar X times X plus 30. Okay, so basically this is our formula for surface area. So simplify, kita akan dapat 2x square plus 4x square plus 120x. Simplify 6x square plus 120x. Okay. Dan kita tahu total surface area is 4,800. Okay. So kita boleh equatekan dia. Saya buat kat tempat baru lah. Okay. Copy. Paste. Okay. Nice. Okay, then. Okay, apa yang lagi maklumat yang kita ada? So, surface area, so kita boleh equate. So, 6x square plus 120x is equals to 4800. So, based on the previous exercise, we know that in order to factorize or to solve the quadratic equation, we need to change kepada general form, which is equals to 0. Okay, so 6x square plus 120x minus 4800 is equals to 0. Next, cuba simplify. Cuba permudahkan. Boleh simplify tak? Ni, bahagi 6 semua kan? So, bahagi 6, cuba kecilkan. So, kita akan dapat x square plus 20x minus 800 is equals to 0. Okay, so next macam biasa, kita cuba pakai backward solution. Tekan calculator EQN tadi. Kita tekan EQN, okay, masukkan A is equals to 1, B is equals to 20x. Okay, saya tulis ni A is equals to 1, B is equals to 20, C is equals to negative 800. So, tekan calculator, kita akan dapat, kita tulis bawah sikit, x is equals to negative 40 or x is equals to 20. Okay, so backward solution, so x plus 40 equals to 0, x minus 20 is equals to 0, letak dalam bracket, equals to 0. So, x plus 40, x minus 20. This is actually a part of your langkah kerja lah. Okay, so jangan tinggalkan. Okay, so di sini, okay, ada tak value panjang yang negatif? Tak ada kan? So this one can be ignore. Okay, so saya suka buat macam ni lah. Tulis tu ignore. Okay, so you know that your value of x is equals to 20. Okay. So, daripada jawapan ini, boleh tak kita dapatkan dimension of the box? So, okay, the measurement of the box is actually 20 cm by 20 cm dan tinggi dia 30 lebih daripada length of the base kan. So 20 tambah 30, 50 cm. Okay, so itu adalah dimension of kita punya box. Okay, next, dia kan nak cari apa tadi, frame kan. Okay, so nak cari frame, so kita cuba kira berapa length of the edges of the box. Okay, so length of the edges of the box. Okay, tengok box dia. Okay, so saya cuba highlightkan pakai yang purple lah. Okay, so sisi yang X ni ada berapa? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay, so kita ada 8 darab 20 cm plus, okay, tinggi dia pula ada berapa? Tinggi, saya guna yang kuning lah. 1, 2, 3, 4. So ada 4 sisi yang 50. Okay, so plus 5 sisi yang 5 pula, 4 sisi, 4 edges yang 50 cm. Okay, boleh Okay, so cuba darab. So kita akan dapat 160 cm plus 200 cm. So kita akan dapat 360 cm, which is equivalent to 3.6 meter. Okay, next tengok balik soalan tadi. Soalan kata apa? Okay, frame RM15. Okay, di mana wooden rod ada RM5 per meter. Okay, so kita cuba darab. Okay, so kita ada 3.6 meter kan. So actual cost, okay, 3.6 meter darab berapa ringgit? RM5. So kita akan dapat RM18. Okay, cukup tak? RM18. Joseph tadi ada berapa ringgit? So Joseph ada RM15. Tapi lepas kita kira-kira kos yang perlu dibayar adalah RM18. Okay, so soalan dia kata apa? Determine whether Joseph has enough budget. So jawapan, okay, hence, okay, Joseph does not have enough budget to what? To build the framework of the box. Okay? So kalau awak rasa macam apa ni susahnya, okay, tak apa, awak boleh rewind balik video saya ni, go through one by one, step by step. Okay, itu yang bestnya kalau awak ada video solution macam ni. Tak faham boleh stop, tengok balik, rewind balik, tak ada masalah. Okay. Okay, so this is the last self practice for this chapter. So I want you to try to do self practice 1.1 H buat number 1, A dan B sahaja. Okay? Boleh? Okay, so I think that's it for today's class. Okay, a bit panjang, I know. So don't worry. Okay, awak boleh go through this video from the beginning until the end. If you have any problem, just stop and rewind the video. And if you still have any problem, you can awak macam biasalah Telegram saya. Okay. So I think that's all. Okay, I will open up the assignment section untuk awak submit your assignment in our Google Classroom, and please don't forget to comment down below your name and your class, and then fill in the Google form for your attendance. Okay, so I think that's all for today. See you again next class. Okay, thank you very much.